Is goodness a real thing? Hello everyone. In this video, I will speak about if the goodness can really exist or not. First of all, let's talk about the concept of goodness, the quality of being morally good or virtuous. If you help something or someone in any way, it means you did a favor to them. Even if you did it to gain any benefit, it's still considered as goodness. For example, if you give some money to your friend and tell them you want that money back in a certain amount of time, that means you help them to solve their money shortage for a while. You could ask more money in return since you did a sacrifice and it must be worth it. But can we really count this kind of traits as goodness? I guess not. The absolute goodness is making sacrifice to help something or someone without expecting anything in return. Most of people does favors so that they can have the approval of the God himself. They do sacrifices and they think doing those things would make them be able to go to heaven. They say, I did it just for the approval of God, which is hypocrisy on another level. You use those poor people's misery to earn God's approval. Even though desiring to have the approval of something good and divine isn't a bad thing, it's something that you must earn it by being virtuous. To sum up, goodness isn't doing sacrifices or favors just for the approval of God. It must be unrequited. And some people say, what about the favors of atheist people? Can we count them as the pure goodness? Well, no. It isn't totally unrequited. For example, if you give a couple bucks to a homeless person, you know you won't gain anything since you won't probably see him again. You just do it for the sake of the goodness. But do you really do it for that? Making any kind of goodness gives satisfaction of being a good person, one that society will approve. Isn't having that feeling a price for your sacrifice? Aren't the things we do to approve ourselves some kind of trait? I believe they are. I believe the favors you have done in your entire life weren't unearned sacrifices. You did all to be a better person. You used their misery, which isn't something virtuous. Well, how can we be good then? I believe only way to do a goodness is forgiving someone we hate without the audience. If you really are a good person, you won't have hate in your heart. That's all for today. See you later, alligator.